That was a very fun video. Let's watch the one about ninjas now. Everything you know about ninjas is wrong, chat. I think they did 3 VODs for their reactions.
Cloud.
There's a single video that's like an hour and a half long with all of it, but yeah. All right. Cloud. All right. Let's react to everything you know about ninjas is wrong.
Clouds cover the moon as a man climbs up Azuchi Castle on his grappling hook.
Grappling hook are always cool.
And the
I love 'em.
intruder is here to
Can
kill
you
a
add my
warlord.
video too?
Dressed in black,
I have too many videos already, be sorry. I have like a
stars and smoke bombs from
dozen
his
things
belt.
in the list.
He avoids guards where he can and silently
I have too many videos as it
where
is.
he can't.
I also want to watch the
Sliding
pilot
open the door,
episode for something
he
else.
lunges.
The
But
new thing that
guards are
popped up.
waiting.
Gameoverse, I think was the name.
When the warlord demands to know who sent him, the assassin bites off his own tongue.
Ah,
Oda Nobunaga, the first great unifier
that hurts
of
to
Japan,
even hear.
survives. For now. This scene has become part of the legend of the ninja, or shinobi. The truth is, if anything like this had actually happened, the killer would have been a doctor. He'd have had no smoke bombs or throwing stars, and he wouldn't have murdered guards, but would have passed them with a smile.
yeah,
The
more like
ninja
a
mythology
spy.
is so strong, so cool, that it pulls in stories that are totally unrelated.
Yeah.
So who were the real ninja, and where have they gone? A shattered empire. Japan is ruled by a military government, the shogunate. Officially serving the emperor, they've been the real power for centuries, but their authority has crumbled. Daimyo, feudal lords and their armies of bushi, Japan's warrior class, are waging war for territory and power. Close to the capital
No
Kyoto,
order.
which all rising powers hope to control,
You
lie
gotta
Iga
be
and Koka.
crazy dedicated to
More
the
than
task
one
for that,
warlord
Ash. To
thinks
bite
they're
your
easy
tongue
to
off, I
conquer.
can't imagine
A
it's easy.
mistake. Their
Just thinking about the
mountains
pain
act
makes
as
my
a natural defense,
my
and
skin
their
just
clans work together. But
crawl.
their real strength is the samurai they lend to neighbors and allies, shifting allegiances and spying on threats to keep the fighting far away. These skills of spying, ambush, and stealth are called shinobi tactics, and eager samurai gain a reputation for them.
I see.
But in recent years, a new power has risen, an inspiring leader and ruthless conqueror who can unify Japan. Oda Nobunaga. After he deposes the shogun in Kyoto, Oda is the most powerful man in Japan. To consolidate his control, Oda invades Koka with overwhelming force, and the district becomes his personal fief. Now alone, Iga's days are numbered. In 1579, Oda's son tries to impress his dad by invading Iga. This plan backfires when local samurai infiltrate his camps. Disguised as merchants and priests, they learn the paths the armies are taking.
Oh,
Then,
no.
the men of Iga ambush and destroy them. Oda is furious. You were guilty of a fiasco on the Iga border. Take this as a lesson. He will not make the same mistakes as his son. When the warlord himself invades Iga in 1581, he sends more than 40,000 samurai who destroy every village and temple they encounter, killing
Bro went
thousands.
scorched earth. God
Iga's
damn.
samurai are soon bottled up in their castles. The defenders use all kinds of shinobi tricks, lighting torches for fake reinforcements, setting fire to enemy camps, killing scouts, and leading night raids. 3 musketeers lie in wait for Oda Nobunaga himself and kill his guards, but the warlord is undeterred. After long sieges, Iga submits to the Oda clan.
Wait, does that mean he
This
soloed the
victory
3
lasts
people that
only
tried to
a
kill
year.
him?
Then Oda Nobunaga is murdered, not by a ninja, but in an ambush by disloyal subordinates.
Classic.
The warlord refuses to die by any hand but his own. He commits seppuku, disemboweling himself with his own sword. Oda's
crazy.
story may be over, but the story of the ninja is just beginning. Without his authority, former allies become rivals, and the men of Iga will help decide who wins that fight.
Yeah.
History on a knife edge.
Yeah, maybe Witchy, but I don't know. It
fearsome
still
Oda
sounds like
Nobunaga is dead. Finally, old grudges are
It
paid
sounds like
back
it'd be
in
very
blood,
painful.
and Oda supporters like Tokugawa Ieyasu are hunted down. Tokugawa was one of his closest allies. Now he's in enemy territory with only a few dozen men. His bodyguards of Iga and Koka samurai, led by the legendary Hattori Hanzo, who has served
Holy shit, it's
Tokugawa
Hanzo
for decades. Their loyalty has only grown since Tokugawa gave shelter to those fleeing the Oda invasion. Now they can return the favor. Tokugawa needs to pass through Iga, a dangerous place full of bandits and samurai hunters. But Hattori's warriors know the mountains well. Their strategy is relying on old ties and bribes just as much as on bows and blades, or so the legend says.
I see.
After a harrowing trek, Tokugawa reaches safety. By saving his life, Hattori's warriors have changed the course of history. They allow him to become shogun 2 decades later and shift the country from 200 years of ongoing warfare into a peace that will last decades.
That's pretty good.
Tokugawa brings his bodyguards to the new capital Edo, while his ascension as the last of the 3 great unifiers of Japan would seem to end the need for shinobi fighters.
Yeah, I don't know about that,
Not
though.
everyone is pleased with the new shogunate, so
Yeah.
loyal men with shinobi skills will still be essential to keep the newly won peace. Sniffing out conspiracy. In 1651, the Tokugawa shogunate has ruled for 3 generations, prizing stability above all else.
Oh.
To prevent the spread of dangerous new ideas, Japan has become strictly isolationist, banning Christian missionaries and restricting foreign merchants.
Oda wants the new what?
Violators
Wait,
are
what?
imprisoned and deported.
Hey, Kiko, thank you for
To
the
avoid
follow.
the bloody pitched battles of the past, official policy requires
He wants
all
the
lords
new
to spend
One Piece?
every
Oh,
other
the
year
newly
in
One
Edo,
Piece.
based on the
Okay,
principle,
now I get it.
keep your friends close,
What are you guys
but your
saying?
enemies closer.
Hi,
The
Kiko.
job of watching the
Welcome
lords
to the
falls
stream.
to the guards patrolling the grounds of Edo Castle.
You guys had me
Like this
confused
guy.
for a second.
He's not just a common soldier, he's a kind
I was
of
so
castle
lost.
detective. It's the family trait. His grandfather served under Hattori Hanzo and followed him to Edo. Besides guarding the shogun, his most important job is gathering intelligence by blending in as a servant or priest. He knows that people whisper about the detective's supernatural skills and call them shinobi no mono, person of stealth. The detectives see themselves as maintaining peace and order, but to their enemies, they are the feared secret police of the Tokugawa surveillance state.
Yeah, that makes sense.
When the 3rd shogun dies,
That's kind of what I
he
always
leaves a
expected
vulnerable
actual
empire
ninjas
his
to be.
10-year-old son. Rumors soon reach the palace that something is on the horizon, and a masterless samurai called Marubashi Chuya is particularly suspicious. He runs a sword-fighting school, a perfect place for young samurai to conspire. A detective slips into Marubashi's home disguised as a servant and, according to one version of what happened, finds Marubashi ill, talking to people in a fever dream. The unnoticed detective listens with horror as Marubashi describes a terrifying plot: to set Edo ablaze with gunpowder, killing thousands in a deadly distraction. As the authorities fight the flames, Marubashi will storm Edo Castle, murder the shogun's regents, and force the boy to undo his father's unpopular policies.
Damn.
The detective slips out of the house and returns with soldiers. The conspiracy is undone. As a result, whole families are crucified, tortured to death for all to see.
Jesus.
The detective
They
does
did
not
not
relish
fuck around.
these brutal punishments, but sees them as necessary. Only a firm hand can keep Japan from slipping back into chaos. Returning
Damn.
to his room in Edo Castle, he opens a well-read book, A History of Oda Nobunaga. The detective enjoys the section on Iga's plucky defiance. It's more exciting than the day-to-day surveillance that makes up his shinobi work. It's in this peaceful period that the legend of the shinobi begins to really form. Eager scholars craft the legend of Tokugawa's escape through their homeland and boast of the skills of their samurai. They have a supernatural power as spies, so no matter how secure a fortress is, they can enter it secretly. The kabuki theaters bring these stories to life. Characters who can turn invisible or transform into toads, rats, and slugs.
That's really
Actors
cool,
use
though.
gunpowder, throwing knives, and acrobatics.
Like the
One trope becomes commonplace. Characters dress in black to signal
Yeah.
invisibility.
I don't know, I
just
like the
stagehands in
tropes
all
and
black
stuff like that.
outfits who aren't meant to be seen. the building blocks of the
It's
modern
so interesting that
ninja
like part of
myth
it was based on
are
reality,
coming
part of it was based
together.
on like theatrical takes
While
on the
legend
stories
of
that
the
were
Iga
born from
shinobi
those
takes
realities.
shape, the connection of the castle
I love that.
detectives to Iga grows weaker as generations
It's
of
so
new shoguns
human,
bring their own
you
men
know what I
to
mean?
protect them. But once the outside world comes
terms of the
knocking
culture,
and
the way it
Japan
develops.
has to react, shinobi skills will come in handy once more. The world comes to Japan. In 1854, 2 centuries after Marubashi nearly burned Edo to the ground, the capital is under threat once again, but this time not from within. 9 US gunboats are anchored in the port of Yokohama, cannons pointed at nearby Edo.
Oh no.
Japan has been off limits to foreigners for centuries, but Commodore Perry of the US Navy demands open trade and diplomatic relations, or else.
That's
For
crazy.
years, the British, Russian, and French
The
empires
British.
have been pressing for entry. The Americans are just the most recent and the most open with their threats.
The British are Britishing.
Japan's neighbor China presents a terrifying example of how badly this contact can go. Detective Sawamura Yasusuke watches the strangers in their
Did he
odd
just say
clothes as he
Yasusuke?
tries to assess the danger.
Come on,
He's
man.
not
It's
here to
Yasusuke.
assassinate Perry. He's not like the shinobi he's read about or seen on stage. He's posing as a
Hey,
simple
thank you for chipping
official
in, Sarah.
the
How you
Japanese
doing?
Delegation.
Good evening.
The Americans have no idea that Japan has developed the most sophisticated intelligence gathering system in the world, or that they've let a professional spy onto their flagship. But Sawamura's talents, honed in the feudal society of Tokugawa, Japan, are of only limited use in this new modern world. A single spy can't change the fates of empires, and you don't need shinobi training to see that the shogun is outmatched. Japan's doors slowly creak open to the world. The ancient military dictatorship was already cracking under economic and political pressure, and many are outraged that the shogun has allowed Japan's humiliation. The detectives were espionage experts in isolationist Japan, but their usefulness is running out. With a weakened shogunate and angry feudal lords, Japan is closer to civil war than it's been for 300 years.
Oh no.
The new emperor Meiji seizes the opportunity to sweep away the shogunate and its institutions, like the castle detectives, replacing them with professional secret police more suited to the modern Japan he seeks to create.
I guess that makes sense.
3 centuries after the province was raised, the shinobi legacy of Iga finally dies. Enter the ninja. This may have been the end of the shinobi of history, but it's the birth of the ninja of myth. The Edo period saw an explosion of art and literature, and in the 20th century, these stories gained new life. In 1936, martial artist Fujita Seiko claims secret knowledge of ninjutsu from Koka, able to withstand poisons and torture, impersonate animals, and move silently.
Me when I
His
bullshit.
work reads like a parody,
What's
but
up,
some
Leviathan?
people
How
take
you
it
doing?
seriously. After World War II, Japan needed to rebuild, and that included its national confidence. Storytellers looked back into a mythologized past, and they found shinobi. Kabuki tales and woodblock prints evolved
Not
into
the
movies
fucking
and
Naruto
manga.
and Samurai
These
Jack and
stories weren't
Teenage
about
Mutant
surveillance
Ninja
of the
Turtles. What the
Tokugawa secret
fuck?
police, but shadow warriors who sneak into castles and assassinate
That's crazy.
villains. Shinobi had begun as a tactic and became an identity. It feels traditional, but what we know and love about ninja is less than a century old. The straight ninja sword first appears in a 1956 tourism advert. The throwing star is from a 1957 movie, and the ancient martial art of ninjutsu is a post-war creation. Even the word ninja came out of the 20th century. Shinobi warfare wasn't unique to the samurai of
That's
Iga
so
and
crazy. I did
Koga,
not know the
but
word
their
was that
skills entered the
recent.
storybooks as their descendants entered the castle. As detectives, they adapted to uncover conspiracies and clamp down on dissent, but they couldn't change with the times forever. When the shogunate itself was swept away, the shinobi went too. But they survive as shadows and stories long after the world that created them has disappeared.
So cool. Again, I find it really interesting how like history woven with creative arts ended up landing on something like what we have now for the ninjas. It's so interesting to me. The way it mixes The way it crashes into each other. Ooh,